quite there we are. We're recording now. So yeah, the goal of today's session is to really make it interactive and make sure that I'm helping you guys out with the knowledge that you really want to know. Just to get us started, I'd love to know where everyone is located. So if you could put in the chat just like the name of your store and maybe where it's located, that just gives me a better sense of who's here today, and that would be really nice to get to know you all. Okay, we have Utah, we have Columbus. Awesome. Essence of Desire, Connecticut. Okay. Desert Hot Springs, California. More California. That's okay. So we are coast to coast today. Got Idaho. That's awesome. Okay. I am calling out of the Toronto area. So very nice to meet you all. So without further ado, let me load my PowerPoint here, make sure I can share my screen. There we are. And now I can hit this here present button. Okay, so what I'd love to know today is well, first of all, let me introduce myself. I'm John. I'm an account and marketing manager at BMS. I've been here since October of 2024. So I've been rapidly learning about the industry, all of the amazing people who are inside it. And so when Molly at Holiday Products reached out to me asking if I wanted to do this, I said yes right away. And so um, yeah, that being said, I just want to share a little bit about the history of BMS, just because I'm not sure if people are too familiar, but we are a proudly Canadian company. Our founder's name is Steve Bannister. I'm sure a few of you may have heard of him. He's been in the industry for over 40 years now. And he opened a retail store in 1983, just here in the greater Toronto area. And he expanded into distribution in 88, and now he's had a manufacturing presence for over 20 years, and several of the lines, including the Swan line, Deluxe line, Power Bullet, are all award winning. And so I'm super excited to share a little bit more about the products today. So the main selling point of BMS factory products, the ones that vibrate that is that almost all of them are powered by Power Bullet technology. This extra powerful motor provides an intense vibration in a small size. So even the tiniest bullets have a huge amount of power. And so this technology is the foundation for all of the BMS items that we are very proud to stand behind. And so you can find power bullet motors in all of our vibrating items, our Pillow Talk line, our Swan line, our Naked Addiction line, and of course the Power Bullet line itself all use this technology. And so what I want to kind of ask everyone is I've prepared some information about all of the products that I know Holiday Products carries, but I wanted to ask if there are any particular product lines or products in particular that people were interested in learning more about. You could put it in the chat and I could jump to that slide or that section and we can go through that maybe a little bit more in depth. And if no one has any particular suggestions at the moment, I will go through a couple of the high volume lines, like the Pillow Talk and the Palm Power, so that you can really get to know this line better and understand the selling points, so that you can help your end customers get the best experience possible. So what I'm going to do for now is I'm actually going to skip the power bullet section, except for this essential bullet. The Essential Bullet is a BMS bestseller. It is in our top five bestsellers across everything that we manufacture. And I think it's simply because it's a simple product done really, really, really well. It comes with the zipper case that you can see in the photo here. It has 9 unique functions. It is the best-selling product in the Power Bullet collection, and it's available in three really fun colors: bright purple, bright pink, and bright teal. And I think it's a very quintessential item. It's a perfect recommendation for someone who's first time walking into the store. They're saying, I'd like to buy a bullet. You can walk them right up to the essential bullet and be like, it's ready to go wherever you go with the travel case. So I think it's just an absolutely adorable little item, and it's something that's really worth having in your assortment if you don't have it already, because this is kind of a staple of our collection. So let me introduce the Pillow Talk line in a little bit more depth. Pillow Talk is a collection that is really, it's beautiful, it's fun, and it's powerful, but the price is still reasonable and competitive. And there's a Swarovski crystal button on each of these items that really offers an elegant touch. Everything is USB rechargeable, and there are a couple of items which come with a purple special edition, and those come with a satin blindfold and a little card game that has some foreplay elements on it, just to add a little bit extra to the experience. So, we're going to go through the four kind of core items in the Pillow Talk collection that are all bestsellers. It's hard to say that one sells better than the other simply because all four offer very unique functions, and therefore all four are really worth having in your store because they all sell within the top 20 at the BMS level. So we have the Sassy. This is our curved G-spot massager. It is incremental speed control. So what that means is that the Swarovski crystal button on the bottom there, what you'll want to do to change the speed is you'll just want to hold it down, and it will increase the power will increase gradually. So when you're demonstrating that to customers in store, you'll just want to indicate that. Awesome, awesome item. Yes, thank you very much. So it's really easy to demonstrate. The lattice effect there at the bottom is both beautiful and functional. It does actually help dampen the vibrations a little bit so that you're not feeling them too much in your hand. We know that's a very something that can really impact someone's ability to use the product is if the vibrations are affecting their hand too much. That can make it go numb. We don't want that. So that helps out with that a little bit. Oh, I can click. There we go. And the Sassy has a mini counterpart called the Racy. It's miniature, it's curved, it's about 4 inches long in total. Probably a little bit longer actually, closer to 5 inches. Um, but it's smaller than the Sassy, but it still has that curve, it still has that power. So I would say this is perfect for someone who maybe looks at the Sassy and you can see their eyes widen a little bit as they're a little bit intimidated. Just bring them to the Racy, and they'll be able to enjoy something smaller, but that still has that curve to hit all the right spots. And this one is available in pink and teal. All of the products are available in either a pink color or a teal color. We have our Flirty, which is the silicone covered bullet. This one I'm showing the special edition purple here so that you can see that there's also a rose gold embellishment on it, just to add a little bit of it's a contrasting color. I think it's really beautiful. And it's just something that's a little bit different. We know that purple is very, very popular. And so that's another color option for your store if you would like to carry all of the colors. And it's the same thing as the other items where the button on the bottom, you just hold it down to incrementally increase the speed. Beautiful colors. Oh, thank you, Deborah. And Here's the cheeky. The cheeky is this collection's wand massager. I think it's brilliant a brilliant silicone wand. It The button is easy to see, it's easy to feel, it's easily accessible. So I think it's a really good product that a customer can easily use in the dark if they are deciding to have the lights off for whatever reason. Maybe they are trying to be a little bit more discreet about whatever they're doing and having the lights off. It's a perfect way to still have an easily accessible button so that you're not fiddling around trying to be like, oh, where's the button to change the speed or to turn it off or something like that. And this is also available in pink and teal. This is the newest addition to the Pillow Talk line, the newest Secrets trio. And Holiday Products did pick this collection up. So all of these items come with rose gold accents and incremental speed control. The button is not a Swarovski button just because we wanted these to be able to stand up on their own. And so the button is just a normal silicone button. But there are each of these three products has a different main function. So the Sinful in the green, that is a miniature dual vibrator. So it vibrates only. The purple there, that's called the sensual, and this item vibrates, but it also thrusts. So you'll see the larger part there is a thruster, and the magenta there, the seductive, that has a come hither motion. This is the only BMS product that has a come hither motion, and so we know that this is a very popular maneuver and sensation for people to experience. So if you're wanting to replicate that at home, or maybe you want to use it with a partner by yourself, it's perfect for something really unique in terms of the function. Um, Now these items did have a small production snafu, meaning that we did have to pause shipping them out temporarily. But I'm happy to report that as of this is slightly outdated. As of next week, we will be able to send this out again. So if you are interested in this item, make sure to let your sales rep know so that they can ask for BMS to send some over, and we'll get some to you right away so that you can sell this trio together or the individual pieces. But I think they're best sold as a trio because they present three completely different functions and three completely different options. I think that makes it more likely that the customer will pick at least one of them. There are also a few miscellaneous items that I saw Holiday Products has in their assortment that I just wanted to point out really quickly. There is a dual massager called the Kinky. It's up here in the turquoise. Next to it, the glass plug, that is the Rosy. It is actually the only glass plug in the BMS assortment. But it is absolutely stunning. I love how they managed to make the glass of this to stain the glass pink on the bottom there for the rose. We have the Secrets Pleasure, which is that miniature black wand there. And then finally, we have a flickering lipstick massager called the Lusty. And those are the Pillow Talk items that are in the holiday products assortment. And so I'll pause here for a second. Wow, love these colors with the gold. They're absolutely stunning. They're so vibrant. Which I think really helps them just stand out on the shelf. They're not too bright, but they're also not too dark. They've kind of hit that perfect middle point where they stand out, but they're still sophisticated and modern, and they'll work for anyone in any age range. So does anyone have any questions about any of the Pillow Talk items before I move to Palm Power? I'll wait a couple seconds, see if anything pops up in the chat. I think we're okay, but if anyone has questions at any time, just pop them in the chat. I will see them. I will help you out. All right, Palm Power. Palm Power is our hero line of wands. This collection consists of some of the most powerful wands on the market, and there are multiple options for size, attachments, power source. Some have multiple colors. There is a Palm Power wand for everybody. And so we're going to go through some of those today, just go through all of the differences and things that you might want to consider if when you're talking to a customer about the products. So this is the original Palm Power, the Palm Power corded massager. So the way that this one works is you'll need to plug the adapter into the wall and then plug the cord into the wand itself. And from there, you will be able to turn it on and use it. So this is perfect for anyone who might not want to have something that's rechargeable for whatever reason. We still have good old-fashioned wall power. Not that this is a big concern for you guys in the United States, but it does come with attachments that allow you to connect to different types of wall outlets around the world. So you could plug into a European wall outlet or a Chinese wall outlet using the attachments that come with it. Um, it is also incremental speed control, so simply press and hold to increase your speed. And oh, so the wand will work while being plugged into the wall. I've not seen that before. Yes, so this is specifically designed to only be compatible if it's plugged into the wall. This specific unit, the Palm Power corded massager. And so you would plug the adapter end into the wand itself, and then the wall side plugs into a wall or a power bar, and then you'll be able to the light on the product will turn on to indicate that it's ready to go, and then you just press the button and it begins vibrating. All right. This is the Palm Power Recharge, the number one BMS item by quantity. So this guy comes in both blue, which is pictured here, and the pink, which is the same color as you saw here just now. It is USB pin rechargeable. So this one you will plug it in. You know how to plug in a rechargeable item. I don't have to explain that to you. But unlike the corded variant, this item will not work while it is plugged in. So this one works in the more traditional sense that you have to charge it and then you can unplug it and use it. This also has incremental speed control, so you simply press and hold the power button to increase the speed of the vibrations. And yeah, if it comes in a perfect kind of medium size. It's about I'm trying to convert centimeters to inches in my head. It's about 8 inches tall in total, 8 or 9 inches. And so that's a nice medium size for anyone who's looking to use it. And of course, one of the big selling features is that you can take off that silicone cap there and you can add any variety of the Palm Power attachments that BMS also sells. And I do believe I have a slide coming up with the specific attachments that are available in the holiday products assortment. However, for someone who wants something a little bit smaller, perhaps, we have the Palm Power Pocket. This is the number two bestseller at BMS by quantity sold. So this one also comes with an incremental speed control. This one comes with a silicone travel pouch, so you can easily put your little Palm Power Pocket in there and take it with you anywhere you want to go. And it's also USB rechargeable. It also, you see that pink band on the bottom there? That is a little silicone cuff that is put on the Palm Power Pocket so that when it's vibrating, you don't feel those vibrations as intensely in your hand, just increasing the comfort. Because with small items in particular, the vibration really easily transfers to your hand because your hand is so close to the motor and the base of the vibration. So you'll want to let the customer know that they can hold on to the silicone cuff portion and they'll have a more comfortable experience. Deborah saying I saw this little wand and oh well the if the emojis would disappear. There we go. And it was so cute and powerful. There we go. Yes, I really love how small and powerful it is. It's really, really an amazing recommendation for a first time user who's looking for a wand of some sort. This is the Palm Power Extreme, the biggest model out of the Palm Power line. It comes with plus and minus buttons for speed control to go through the three speeds and four functions. So this is a little bit different from the other Palm Power items in that it has set speeds and functions, but they're easily navigable using plus and minus. This is one of as of right now, we're going to make the transition in the future, but as of right now, this is one of the only BMS items that is USB-C rechargeable. And it has that curved head and a really large size that allows it to be not just a really, really powerful vibrator, but it also doubles as a body massager. In fact, quite a few of my colleagues actually have them just on their desk, and they use it as as a massager if their shoulders are feeling tight that day for whatever reason. And it comes in the black, which is photographed here, and the pink, the usual pink that you've been seeing. I love the curved head. Yes, I think it's so much more ergonomic than if you tried to keep the size but keep it straight. I don't think you get the same effect if it was completely vertical. And we have a couple other of the Palm Power items here. There is the mini Palm Power Groove. It's not as small as the Palm Power Pocket, but the real selling point is that grooved, unique texture on the massage head. We have the Palm Power Micro keychain. It is a keychain that actually vibrates. I think this is the perfect thing to put in the impulse buy section near the checkout, or if someone's looking for little gifts or goodie bag items. It's very easy to lead them to this because they can buy 10 or 12 and they won't break the bank for their little gifts. Um, and of course, we have the Palm Power attachments. It's a very easy thing to add on for the customer. I always recommend at least mentioning them as a potential upsell when you're selling a Palm Power unit because it provides the customer with multiple ways to use the wand. And what really drives customer satisfaction is giving them lots of unique ways that they can use the item. And so the attachments are a really easy way to do that because they don't need to fiddle with buttons or super advanced technology. It's literally just take off the silicone cap and put on the attachment that you want, and you are ready to go right away. So it's really, really simple and intuitive to make a really easy unique experience for the customer. Think those were all of the Palm Power items. So I'm just gonna check the time if my clock wants to show up on my laptop. The clock does not want to show up on my laptop. It is 4:25. Okay. So let's talk a little bit about Swan. Swan is our award-winning collection of premium 100% silicone products. So Swan products feature independent motor control and incremental speed control. So we'll get into how that exactly works on some of the products coming up here. This is the Swan Era wand. It came out last year in February, and it has simply taken off as a staple and bestseller at BMS. It has incremental speed control. This one's really unique because it has an LED battery level indicator. So you will see that the it has four LED lights. So if all four are lit up, that means it is at full battery, and it will go down in terms of the number of lights that light up as it lowers in battery. This also takes place while it's charging, so it will show you its progress in terms of charging through the lights. This handle is really excellently designed because it has minimal hand vibration, so you will hardly feel anything in your hand. I've tried it a couple times myself, and you just don't feel anything in your hand. And of course, it is a Swan product. So because this is more BMS's higher end line, it needs to be extremely powerful. And I'm very happy to report that it is very powerful. This, like some of our other Swan items, it uses a magnetic charging cable. So you'd attach the magnet to the bottom of the wand, and then you would plug the USB end into your adapter to begin the charging. And so yeah, I out of all of our releases in 2025, this was by far the most successful recent launch for BMS. And so we really encourage if you're able to have this in your stores as a new product, kind of showing the new side of BMS, the new modern side. However, of course, Swan still has its staple products, such as the Maximum Bullet. The Maximum Bullet is really cool because you can incrementally increase your speed using one of the arrows, but there's also a second smaller arrow that you can use to incrementally decrease your speed. So you have total speed control with this item. It is so powerful that you need to use the silicone cuff that is included with this product. Um, when I was doing my product training, the person who was training me just turned it on and had me put it in my hand, and it just shook my hand so much. And I was like, this is really, really powerful, but I can see exactly why you need the silicone comfy cuff dampens the vibration so much that it really helps you not numb your hand, and you can continue to use it. It's also magnetic USB charging, and it comes in the blue color, which I've shown here, and the pink as well. So this is one of the only Swan items that comes in multiple colors. So you have your choice of the lot. This is the Big Swan Wand. So this is one of the classic Swan designs from when Swan was initially introduced, like more than 10 years ago now. But the packaging has been updated a few times so that it has the modern look. This has two motors, and both can be independently controlled. So the Swan Wand has two buttons, one button for the larger end and one button for the smaller end, and both of the speed of those can be controlled independently. This one has a USB pin charge, and it has a really good runtime of 2 hours. And so if you're looking for something that's classic Swan, but in a modern look, I definitely recommend the Swan wand. I'm gonna pull up the chat here. Oh well, I'll pull up chat another time. All right, Signet Swan. This is another one of the classic Swan designs. It also has dual motors. So in this case, because it's a dual vibrator, one motor would control the large side and one motor would control the small side with that little tip there. It has USB pin charging, and this one actually boasts a really, really huge runtime of up to 12 hours. There is something about the original Swan designs that let them just last forever and ever and ever and ever and ever. And so if you want something that you do not have to worry about charging, you get the Signet Swan. You charge it once, you don't have to worry about it for many uses. All right, let me just. The blue color is stunning. The blue is Very stunning. And then we have, does that look familiar to anyone? And we have Deborah saying yes in all caps. Yes, Alicia says yes as well. So I assume this is a very popular product over there. So that's always awesome to see.
Yeah, we were looking for that shape and functions for quite a while.
Ah, yes, yes. Perfect. So this product, these are the mini glow-in-the-dark wands. They're miniature versions of the little wand shape. They're USB pin charging. Of course, they only have one motor, so there's only one button. But they come in four different colors. There's blue, purple, pink, and orange. So you have lots of options. The orange is very pretty. I always think if you're looking for something that's Halloween themed, the orange glow in the dark is adorable. Donna says the way I just sent that to so many people. Love to see it. I'm very happy to hear that you guys really like that product, and we still have lots left here at BMS. So we can if you do not have to worry about running out. If you need more, just let your rep know that you need more, and if Holiday Products needs to order more, they can order more from BMS and we'll get it to you lickety split. Swan also has the Ultimate Personal Shaver, and this is a really fun product. It uses two AAA batteries. It comes with four different shaver heads. There is a sheet of stencils that you can use in case the customer wants to carve some fun designs into their body. Um, it comes with a cleaning brush, a satin travel storage bag. And so really this shaver is actually very, very smooth. It of course doesn't need to just be used on the intimate areas. It can also be used on the body in general as a shaver. And it comes in two colors. It comes in the pink and white, which is advertised as the women's shaver, but of course can be used by anybody. And we have an all black, which is advertised as the men's shaver. This product and lots of other products that I'm showing you today come with in-store displays. So if you're ever interested in an in-store display, ask your rep, and they can pass the message along to us at BMS. We can get you an in-store display so that you can actually really show off these items. Many of the in-store displays have tester units so that you can directly show the customer what the product is, how it works, and that way you don't have to break open one of your actual sales stock to show the customer how the item works. I am actually going to, for timing purposes here, I'm actually going to skip addiction because these are just our silicone dongs. I don't think I need to train you guys on how dongs work. So I'm going to skip ahead to very briefly talk about naked addiction. Oh, okay. Decided to go right back to the beginning. Naked addiction is a set of flesh-toned dongs with a variety of features. There are dual density options, rotating dongs, thrusting dongs, and multifunction dongs. So let's start with the variant that we call the Freak. These variants thrust, rotate, and vibrate all at once. It comes with a remote control so that the user can change the function hands-free. It comes in the Noir edition, which is pictured here, and it also comes in vanilla. And when you get into the vanilla, there's a version with testicles and one version without testicles. So there are many different ways to enjoy this multifunction product. I do believe that as of right now, they're both in stock. They are both in the BMS bestseller list. And so I definitely think if your customer is looking for a functional dong, this is a really, really good option to go with. We know, however, that of course, thrusting and rotating and vibrating all at once can be a handful. It can be intimidating. And so some of the dongs do only focus on one function. So these are the thrusting dongs, which of course thrust at various speeds and functions. They also come with a remote control so that you can control everything hands-free. And the one that I've shown here is the 8.5-inch size, which I confirmed Holiday Products does carry. And of course, again, with the single function dongs, this is the rotating dong, which rotates, also has a remote control. And this is the vanilla 8-inch size, which is one of which is the most popular variant of the rotating dongs. Non-functional dual density silicone dong. I don't think I need to explain too much more about how that works. But it comes in vanilla. We also do have a caramel color, if you're at all interested in that as well. Um, so yeah, that is that. Here is Softies. Softies was from a reception standpoint, the most accessible BMS launch of 2025. However, it was so popular that we ran out, and admittedly, BMS was not quite ready for the sheer demand for this item. So, after a few delays, the softies will be returning to BMS as of next week. And so that means it could be in your stores as soon by the end of the month. So I'm really excited to have these products back in stock. These are dual density silicone items, bright colors, adorable packaging, the most successful launch of 2025, like I said. And so the first one here, oh, Softies does so well for me. Oh, I've not heard of these. Just another reason I love these trainings. And Deborah was asking the name of it's the Swan Signet. Yes. Um, Softies is amazing, especially if you have I mean, it was designed with young people in mind, but I think the function is so good that it will work for people who are middle age or older as well. They might just have to get past the fact that they're beautiful, bright pastel colors. But 4-inch bullet here, one button control. They're quite bendy and flexible, so you can move them around quite a bit without them losing their function. And they come in green, purple, and orange. And we currently have a pink in development, so that is to be seen within the next few months. These are the 4-inch anal plugs. They are a nice beginner friendly size. They're not too big and intimidating, but I think they're still the right size that you'll still get a nice sensation when they are inserted. Because sometimes if a plug is too small, you won't feel anything. So it needs to be just the right size there. And there are two options here. We have the pink, which has a smooth texture, and that bumpier texture there with the orange plug. And finally, we have our 5-inch dual vibrators. These are a little bit more on the pricey end. However, they have independent motor control. So you can control the G spot or the P spot portion with one button. And there's also the other section there, which can stimulate the perineum, which is that area underneath you, between the vagina or the scrotum if you're and the anus. So that area in the middle there, it actually is quite sensitive to sensation like touch and also pressure. And so this product can stimulate both of those areas at the same time. It's available in the blue and in the pink. I'm going to speed run through some frequently asked questions before I take general questions. Um, do your items come travel locked? Yes, all BMS vibrating items come locked out of the box. And so there are three different methods that BMS products use. They are always specified in the instructions so that you can easily use the item. So our Pillow Talk items, for example, are unlocked and locked if you press the power button 3 times in a row very quickly. So the rhythm you'll want is click, click, click. Um, Especially if you have someone who might not understand how a travel lock works, especially if it's their first time using any kind of adult novelty product. It's really important to show them how the travel lock works. Another option for how they could lock is just holding down the power button for 3 or 4 seconds. And then if an item has two buttons, you'll just want to read the instructions to see if you only need to press one button or hold down both buttons to lock or unlock it. And so again, each product manual will list the lock and unlock method, and it's always helpful to show the customers where they can find that information and encouraging them to read the product manual, just because I know you as store owners and store staff probably don't want to deal with customers phoning you and be like, my product doesn't work, and then you have to tell them, yes, it does. It's just locked. So what happens if an item is defective? Um, you can direct our end consumers directly to the manufacturer. We do have a warranty email, which is listed there, product services at bmsfactory.com. Yes. To begin the warranty process. And I always recommend remind the customer to keep their receipt for warranty purposes. It's I think that sometimes customers do just throw them out and they won't listen to you, but it always helps if we try to remind them just in case. Most of our products have a 90-day warranty period, but Swan and Pillow Talk, as more luxurious lines, have a 1 year warranty period. And so if the customer is eligible, they will be sent a replacement product directly from our head office. If you guys in the stores experience a defective item, just reach out to your rep at Holiday Products and they will go through their own defective item process with you. Um, I'm interested in a sample of one of your products. I'm sure this happens. I do not know the holiday products tester or sample policy, so please do speak to your rep about that. However, if testers or samples are needed to assist with purchasing decisions or as a display unit for customers to use in store, BMS is willing to help, of course, without stepping on holiday products' toes. We want to respect their procedures, but we're willing to help as needed. So if you need something for maybe an event or a display, just let us know and we'll do what we can to help. Um, I'm interested in a BMS factory product that Holiday Products doesn't have. We know this happens on rare occasion. Holiday Products in and rightly so has to be careful about which products they choose because they need to make sure that they're making wise purchasing decisions. So in that instance, always just speak to your rep to ask for the item. It's the only way that holiday products can know what their customers are looking for, and it's also the only way that BMS knows what the customers are looking for. And this will encourage a strong relationship between BMS, Holiday Products, and you guys, the retailers who get our products to the end customers. So we can get the new item sent to Holiday Products, who will then send the new item to you, and then you can get the new item to the customer. So that is the end of my formal presentation today. I just want to say thank you so much for taking time out of your Wednesday to have me. I know it's the start of a brand new month and the start of a new quarter, so I know things are probably very busy, but I appreciate all of the time that you've taken. It's been lots of fun to get to speak to you guys and learn more about how you feel about the products. I'm just going to stop the screen share for now and go back into the chat. Um, just taking a look here, seeing thank yous, thank you. Let's see, we've got Donna wants the signet, Molly. So she will help you get some signets to your store for sure. Um, oh, it's on the way in. Okay, perfect. So they will They will let you know when it is fully available and ready to go in the stores. Um, yes, Softies is great. The colors are very bright and not just Easter-like, but also spring-like, I think. I don't know if stores do like a spring display, but if you do have a spring display, this would be brilliant to include once those come back in. Um, Yes, for spring, love the colors. Yeah, I think that was one thing we went back and forth on for quite a while as a company, deciding on the colors we wanted. We probably spent more time on the colors than was necessary, but we are very happy with the end result and how the items ended up performing. Um, I'm just seeing here. Oh yes, there was a message where Molly was just explaining that the perineum is also called the taint area. So that's what you could also call it. Oh, I did not notice that you popped in, Susanna. Hello.
Hi, it's finally nice to meet, connect the
It
face
is,
with the name.
yes.
And
It's so nice to see you.
yeah, hi everyone. I saw Gordon at Altitude and he spoke very, very highly of you. And now I know why. I can't wait
Oh,
to meet you in person.
I appreciate. Yes, thank you. I'm looking forward to meeting you as well, sometime soon for sure.
Yeah, so I took copies of the chat. I'm sending this over to Susan, who is the assistant buyer. We're going to get all this information in and we'll be sending you over a PO shortly.
Perfect, amazing. And I am going to, if it's okay, I'll email Molly with a copy of the slides from today so that she can use them and distribute them as she wishes, for her customers. So yeah, with that being said, does anyone have any questions, feedback, comments? Thank you for this training. Well, thank you so much for coming, Deborah. It was so nice to get to meet everyone and see just get more in touch with the retailers and what they're doing on the ground. So yeah, thank you for your time.
Thank you, John. Thank you for the support. We appreciate you. Thank you, everyone, for joining. See you next Wednesday at 1.
Enjoy the rest of your day, everyone. Take care.